So you're thinking about buying a Tesla, but there's a problem. You don't really have a home charger, and now you're wondering, can it actually work? Will you still save money relying on public charging? Does not being able to plug in overnight hurt your battery? And what do you actually need to know before doing this? First off, can you even make it work? Yes, you can. In fact, Tesla is the only EV I would recommend in the US if you don't have a home charger, mainly because of the supercharging network. For the most part, they're everywhere and they're really reliable, but you need to go into it understanding this won't be optimal. When people ask me about owning a Tesla, one of the very first things that they always bring up is public charging. Because with gas cars, you have to go somewhere to fill up. So they assume that with an EV, it's the same thing. Most Tesla owners just charge at home overnight while they're sleeping. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it here. I've been through this struggle. I didn't have a home charger, and in some cases, I didn't even have a supercharger nearby. It was 30 minutes away. All I had was a mobile charger. So I'm gonna give you the down and dirty of what to expect. And maybe this might draw you away from Teslas, but I'd rather tell you right now than you having to figure it out. The only reason I went through with this because I had a dream and I wanted to take that leap of faith, and I'm obsessed with Teslas, so that's why I did it. I wanted to create content, so that's why I personally did it, and it worked out for me. But I'm also willing to deal with some of the consequences that I knew I was gonna put myself into. So you might be working throughout the week, you don't have a home charger, you gotta go supercharge, and you gotta wait there for 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes depending on how low it is, you know, the weather and all these things. So you're tired, you really don't want to charge it, but your car's at 10, 5%, you gotta go charge it. Or really worst case scenario right here, it's wintertime, the car's been outside for a while, it's very low percentage, and now you gotta go charge this thing. This thing might take 40 minutes to an hour because the battery cells are condensed, they're cold, they gotta heat up, and that's gonna take a while with an EV. This is an unfortunate truth. I do have some experience with this. It sucks. It doesn't happen all the time because it's not always cold where I live. I live in Kentucky. So if you live in a really cold state, think about your life choices here. If you really love Tesla like me, I think I would personally still do it. But if you don't have that passion or that desire of owning a Tesla and just figuring out no matter what, this might draw you back into not wanting one, and you might regret your decision later. So if you don't have a charger at work or at your house or just somewhere where you spend a lot of time at, then you're easily just missing out on the best experience of an EV. But like I said, I still don't have a home charger. I've dealt with this problem. I think it's very manageable and it's not as bad as people say. But like I said, in the winter times where it gets a little like, why did I buy this car? It does get there sometimes. So just be careful, be wary. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this for you. It does suck at times. But that doesn't mean it's not gonna work. If you're interested in the tech, the speed, the safety, and the driving experience, and you don't mind going through those pain and suffering moments when they come, then 100% it's gonna work. And I might say, for me personally, take the jump, but I know myself, I'm willing to deal with those consequences. So if you're not, and you don't wanna feel that, don't do it. Let's answer the biggest question here. Is public charging actually cheaper than gas? A lot of people, for some reason, think it's free. It's not. The idea mostly came from early Tesla incentives where people got supercharging for life for free. Like we saw that with the Cybertrucks recently, or there is a deal currently with the Model 3 Performance and Premium rear-wheel drive where you can get supercharging for a year, or from destination chargers that are free sometimes. Like for example, my college had a destination charger and I was just charging there for free. But for the most part, especially for fast charging, you're paying. Now here's the important part. You need to compare the cost per mile and not cost to fill up, because comparing a gas tank to a battery charge can be a little bit misleading depending on the car. For example, gas might be around $3 to $3.50 per gallon. A typical gas car might be around 12 cents per mile. For a Tesla supercharging, you might be closer to 9 cents per mile depending on pricing, because it varies throughout the day. So you gotta watch out for that. So yes, it could be cheaper than gas, but not by like a significant amount versus if you were to just charge at home. Where EVs really save money at is at home charging. That's where you can see that 1 or 2 cent mile. So if you don't have home charging, you are losing the biggest financial advantage of an EV, but I think it's worth it. Next big question, will not charging every day hurt your battery? Not really. If anything, keeping your battery at like closer to 50% is actually better for your battery long term. Unless you have the LFP battery, which is like the standard Model 3 base, then you actually do want to charge that to 100% at least once a week. But for most Teslas, it's actually fine not charging daily. Now, Tesla does recommend staying plugged in whenever possible, but not doing so isn't going to destroy your battery. It may just result in slightly more battery cycles over time, nothing major. Alright, so now let's talk some real world strategy on how you can charge your car if you don't have a home charger. What can you actually do? Try and get a form of home charging, even if that's just the mobile charging kit that Tesla offers. It's around $300 right now. Highly recommend getting it. It will save you. Even a normal wall outlet that you can plug in your phone is better than nothing. I've been through this, I've done it. It truly does work. It's slow, but if you're home for about 10 to 12 hours, it could potentially just give you up to 20 to 40 miles overnight. And if you don't drive more than those 20 to 40 miles over that course of the week, you're gonna be at a higher charge than you started. Now, if you live like in an apartment complex and you don't have outlets out there, or you don't have a garage that does have an outlet, we're gonna have to start looking for outlets and get a little bit creative. But if that's not possible, look for charging where you can already spend time. Work is the best option. There are apps like PlugShare and now nearby chargers, including destination chargers. Some are free, some are paid. You'll just have to kind of look at it. But this is where most people without home charging make it work. If that's not an option either, then you're just gonna have to end up relying on Supercharging. And here's how you're gonna wanna do that properly. Don't charge to 100%, charge to around 80 to 90%, because after that, it just charges super slow. Try doing it off peak hours, because if you do, you'll get half off most of the time. That's like later nights, early mornings, so wake up a little bit later, stay out a little bit later, and don't do it during the day. It's gonna be like 30 to 40 cents. So it's gonna rack up if you do it that way. Now, because you're not starting with a full charge every single day, efficiency is gonna matter a little bit more to you than the average Tesla user. A few simple things. Keep your tire pressure where it should be. Remove extra weight from your car. Drive smoother, don't floor it consistently. Use chill mode if you want better efficiency. And try not to consistently check your Tesla app. It wakes up the car and uses the battery. In the wintertime, preconditioning helps even if it uses some of the battery, because it improves efficiency while you're driving. At the end of the day, I still believe that if you don't have a home or work charger, the Tesla probably isn't the best choice unless you have like a burning desire that I do and just want to make it work. So don't say you haven't been warned. But like I said, that doesn't mean you can't do it. Plenty of people are already doing this without a home charger. If you're willing to plan ahead, understand the cost, and change your routine, then you can absolutely make it work. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below if you have any other questions about owning a Tesla or some other things, and I'll see you guys in the next video.